The Great Cochise Station train robbery of 1899 remains one of Arizona Territory's most fascinating tales of deception, featuring a corrupt lawman who orchestrated a heist of $60,000 in gold coins, a fortune that remains lost to this day. The events that unfolded that September night would become the stuff of Western legend, combining elements of betrayal, buried treasure, and the vast mysteries of the desert Southwest. On September 9, 1899, as midnight approached, a Southern Pacific train made what should have been a routine stop at Cochise Station. The quiet, desert night erupted into action as masked men emerged from the shadows. With military precision, they detonated explosives to breach the express car's safe. Within minutes, they had secured their prize, canvas sacks filled with newly minted gold coins valued at $60,000, and disappeared into the darkness, leaving behind only the echo of distant hoofbeats. The investigation fell to Constable Burt Alvord, a figure who commanded respect throughout Cochise County. Tall and raw-boned, Alvord represented the very image of frontier law enforcement. He quickly organized posses and led extensive searches across the territory, projecting the determination expected of a dedicated lawman. However, this was all an elaborate charade, for Alvord himself had masterminded the entire operation. The stolen fortune's journey took an intriguing turn in the aftermath of the robbery. The gang rendezvoused at a remote cabin in the shadow of the Chiricahua Mountains. It was here that Alvord revealed another layer of his scheme. Taking sole possession of the gold, he disappeared briefly, returning with only modest shares for his accomplices. The bulk of the treasure, he claimed, was now buried in the desert, its location marked by cryptic landmarks: a leaning mesquite tree, a distinctive split boulder, and a wash that only filled with water once each summer. Alvord's complex double life continued as he balanced his duties as a lawman with his role as the leader of an outlaw gang. His trusted deputies, Billy Stiles and Bill Downing, served as his criminal lieutenants, and together they planned additional robberies. This precarious arrangement lasted until a violent confrontation at Fairbank changed everything. During the ensuing shootout, wounded gang members broke their code of silence and identified Alvord as the mastermind behind their operations. Though authorities managed to capture and imprison Alvord in Tombstone, his story was far from over. His deputy and fellow outlaw, Billy Stiles, orchestrated a daring jailbreak, leading to a period of freedom. However, the Arizona Rangers eventually tracked Alvord to Mexico, where he was wounded in a confrontation and forcibly returned to face justice. He received a 10-year sentence at the notorious Yuma prison, known throughout the territory as the Hellhole of the West. In an unexpected twist, Wells Fargo arranged Alvord's release after just 2 years, hoping he would lead them to the buried treasure. Instead, Alvord seized the opportunity to make his final escape. He made his way to California, boarded a ship, and disappeared into history. Some accounts suggest he lived out his days in comfort in Panama, while others claim he died in obscurity. His deputies met violent ends, their stories largely forgotten by time. The most enduring aspect of this tale remains the missing fortune: $60,000 in gold coins that has never surfaced. Despite numerous searches over the decades, no one has discovered the treasure's location. The desert around Cochise Station maintains its silence, holding tight to its secrets. Somewhere beneath the shifting sands, past the wind-carved rocks and sun-bleached bones, the gold may still lie waiting, marked by landmarks that only Burt Alvord truly knew. This remarkable story encapsulates the complex nature of frontier justice, and the thin line between law enforcement and outlawry in the American West. It serves as a reminder that sometimes the most compelling historical figures were those who operated in the shadows between right and wrong, leaving behind mysteries that continue to captivate our imagination more than a century later. The legacy of Burt Alvord, lawman, outlaw, and keeper of a golden secret, lives on in the whispers of the desert wind and the endless speculation about where those coins might rest today.